Good evening. It's been a wonderful Friday into another gorgeous week. The weather's gotten a little more humid today, I guess. It's a little warmer when I went outside. It's cool this morning though. That was good. Brett keeps telling me it's supposed to get warm next week. It's going to get back up in the 90s. And I was like, ugh, let's not. Say it did. Got me thinking about his gardening. He's been redoing some of the fall garden is what he's calling it. I see it as starting all over again. Or at least it feels like we're starting all over again. Because he's back to tilling the ground, breaking it up, making his lines, making his path for his seed to go in, spreading his seed, covering it up, and I'm thinking, is this deja vu or what? We've done this already, like a few months ago. And we've already grown stuff a few months ago. And now he's talking about squashes coming in again. And I'm like, I thought we just pulled up the squash plants the other day. At least it felt like it. But it's part of this fall gardening that he went back and replanted squash and zucchini and some other things. And in thinking about that, I saw the squash in the refrigerator when I was putting some groceries away. And trying to think of something to talk about, and I was like, well, what am I going to talk about? And it hit me. Starting over. A second chance. Because that's what I feel like right now. He's giving our garden a second chance. Opportunity to grow more vegetables and to be able to put up more stuff. But in order to have that second chance, he had to take the ground that had already been used and already had done its job and refertilize it. I think he put something called peat moss or something in it. But he had to cut it up and redo it and give it re-energy and more nutrition so it would grow again. And I got to thinking about how God does that for us each day. Scripture tells us we have new mercies every day. God is a God of second chances. When we mess up and we feel like our life is just totally gone the wrong way, or we feel like there's nothing left for us to do, we've done all that we can do, we'll just sit here and wait. We've stopped being useful. We stopped producing fruit. We stopped producing. It's not time to give up and just wither away and die. It's the time for the Lord to just look at the Lord and say, turn me in. Turn me over. Refertilize me. Put more peat moss in me. Build my nutrition back up. Give me back, refill my spirit with your spirit so I can thrive and grow and produce fruit. See, because the thing I like about growing seeds and stuff, I look at some of the seeds that he plants. And in order for the plant to grow, the seed must die. It gives way to the stem. But the little shelling just kind of goes away to nothing. Goes into the dirt. And then the stem comes up and the roots come out. And the roots bed in that dirt. And when it rains, it soaks up the moisture and it draws it in. But if you don't allow God to cultivate you and to loosen you up, then how can the roots of what he's doing in us grow? Just because we think, oh well, I've gone through my usefulness here. No. It's time for you to say, God, I don't feel like I no longer am being of use right at this particular place. Is this part of my season? Is this season for me over with? If so, will you replant me, recultivate me, and make me into a new plant to produce more fruit? Because with God, all things are possible. We're the ground that He plants His seed in. His Word, His Spirit. We are the ones, we are the earthen vessel that carries the most precious of all things, and that's the Spirit of God. With that in us, we go out into this world and grow and produce fruit. But if we don't allow God to cultivate us and to plant the seed inside of us, then we're just hardened ground. And nothing grows in hardened ground. Nothing of use. I don't know very many fruit and vegetables that grow on hard, dried out ground. I know it's been a dry, hot season. And sometimes life can be hard. Sometimes we go through dry spells. And it's okay. Because when God cultivates us and plants the seed, He's going to water it and give the increase. That's His promise. That's His word. Fruit. Bearing fruit. Jesus said, you'll know my disciples by their fruit. I believe in you. God bless.